Hello everyone and welcome back to Dead Cells. Let's go do the daily challenge. Well, actually, I guess I should point something out. This place looks a lot more filled out than before because I've been busy. I did a lot of off-camera grinding for cells. I didn't pick up any blueprints or anything like that. So I can still demonstrate those through videos. But it was getting really boring how many times I got the same items over and over and over again, so I decided to do some off-camera and make it to where our runs are more interesting by having more items. I got everything that was like less than 70 cells. Ossuaries today, huh? Oh, heck yeah, I'll take this. Ow. Jerk. Ow. One time was really cool, actually. I found I got a legendary Giant's Whistle, even though I haven't unlocked that. I think I've already mentioned the fact that I beat the Giant on my other playthrough. The amount of time between episodes varies greatly. The broadsword might actually be the better idea here. Because although it makes me take more damage, I'm not likely to get the upgrade, to get the buff from the Swift Sword. Have to be very careful around this enemy not to hit them in the back, because they deal spike damage. Ow. Okay, so straight down, basically. That thing just hit me with a fork. Lightning bolt or frontline shield. Oh yeah, I also upgraded. I finished unlocking the level 4 flask upgrade. This doesn't lead to anything useful to us. Very useful upgrade to have. I should really be using my shield. What does the frontline shield do again? Okay, I read it, but I didn't comprehend it. Oh well, not important. Oh gosh. Ah, got him with the Parry. So I also didn't do the daily challenge at all. So if I had, I could have had the blueprints unlocked, but I didn't. After the Swift Sword, the other two blueprints available from the daily challenge are pretty inconsequential. There's the Lacerating Aura and the Meat Skewer. I always get the Greed Shield. I have so many more shields unlocked now, but I always only ever get the Greed Shield. Oh, another thing that I did was I fully leveled up the first tier of the Legendary Forge. So now, every weapon that we find is plus quality. No matter what. Yeah, sure. Let's have some fun with some new items. I have to remember we're on one boss cell. So, Lightning Bolt. Pretty fun little ability. It's basically just a continuous attack that if you hold it for long enough... Ow! If you hold it for long enough... No shield. Knife throwers are really hard to deal with without a shield. Up. I could use some advantage. Actually, this place is kind of like Aperture. When you think about it. Oh, that's lovely. That'll help me deal with the knife throwers. A lot. Cause like Aperture's just filled with a whole bunch of test rooms designed to kill is it I think it's supposed to be pronounced shell. Ugh, come on. Oh well, I'm stronger than I was when I went in. Yeah, I'm not too badly damaged. If you remember how the, okay, so I have a plan for this run, I just remembered. Our goal is to get the Hunter's Grenade, and then make our way to the Ancient Sewers. We're on one boss cell, so not too bothered about, getting the timed challenges. In fact, I plan on taking as much time as I need to get as powerful as possible. Awesome, we got some of the new stuff there. The Root Grenade I unlocked. I really don't like it that much. It's basically like a bad version of the Boy's Axe. Though it's hard to beat the Boy's Axe, because if you get the Boy's Axe and you give it combo, that thing is crazy. There is a downside to using the lightning bolt. If you hold it for too long, you start damaging yourself. Ow! You also have to hold it for a pretty long amount of time to get the crits. But when you do, they come out fast and hard. Explorer's Instinct has triggered. So where's the... There it is. Do I have enough for the... No. Well, that's unfortunate. I was gonna get the Hunter's Grenade in the hopes of unlocking the shovel from the Purulent zombies in the graveyard. I would have gotten either that with the Hunter's Grenade or I would have either gotten that or the Corrosive Cloud. There we go. Can't afford any of that. We don't have a shield, so I'm gonna get the Crow's Foot. I unlocked this blueprint. It is fantastic. It scales off of survivability. If you don't have a shield, it's really good because what it does is whenever I dodge, it drops 3 caltrops behind me. And not only do the caltrops deal damage to enemies that walk over them, they also cause a slowing effect. Now, I really wanted to have the legendary Forge ready or maxed out before moving on to boss cells so that my equipment was up to snuff with the increased difficulty of enemies. Now, there's a secret. It's in the Ancient Sewers, I think, is the secret area that has a. There's 2 secret areas in the. There's 2 secret areas in the Ancient Sewers. With secret blueprints. Secret. Well, no, seriously. Ow, jerk. And I would very much like to get those blueprints because I'd very much like to get all of them. The goal to end this series is to defeat the true final boss twice so that I can get the final outfit in the game. Ooh, Frantic Sword. I was hoping to get that one. I like this one. It's a powerful weapon in its own right. But it gets stronger if you have, if you're half health or lower, or you have 50% melees. Which I'd prefer not to be in either of those states, but ow. In lieu of that happening, so these enemies are slightly tougher than the garden variety that we'd normally have in one boss cell. But it's not as noticeable because we have a plus modifier on all of our weapons. You can have up to 9 caltrops out at a time. A tonic. I think I got a legendary tonic one time while I was gathering cells as well. A magnetic grenade, new item, very powerful. I've already read that one, I'm pretty sure. So this is the path to the Ancient Sewers. Normal zombies are actually pretty hard to breach, depending on what weapon you're using. Ow. Okay, so I didn't mention it, but since we're at one boss cell, we actually get like half as many health fountains. He missed, and I'm glad he missed, but I don't know how he missed. Okay, see our lightning turned red there for a second. If I let that go for too long, I start taking damage. So you have to be very careful with the lightning bolt. It's strong and continuous, but if you use it for too long, you're going to hurt yourself. And I think it hits... I don't actually know if it hits any harder when you start damaging yourself. I've never really felt the need to test it because it's a bad effect. Marksman's bow. Inflicts a critical hit at long range. No. Though having that with shots penetrate the first target is pretty good in actual fact. Ooh, the broadsword. The oiled sword is actually really good if you find a way to produce fire. Oh, right, and we've got a boss cell active now, so we can go in here. And get a chest. Hey, look, firebrands. I'm going to take that over the lightning bolt, and I know I should be trying to use... Ooh. Ooh. This is tricky. I'm not going to take either of them. Neither of them are really better options than what I'm already working with. Wait, how does the oiled sword? Oh. Okay, so now I can deal crits. I didn't even know there was a way to deal crits with the oiled sword. Crap. The interesting part is that I don't even need to have the enemy on fire to get them. I just need to have hit an enemy that's on fire recently. But with the firebrands, I can ensure that every enemy that I hit is on fire. That's really good. Hopefully, I think under most circumstances, you do usually see the weapon that you start with again later. That leads to corrupted confinement. So I should see another oiled sword later, because I find in most of the runs that I do, the weapon that I start with shows up again later in the run. Because, starting equipment is pretty weak. Unless I make it plus quality. Now I can... There's a secret blueprint around here somewhere. And I want it. Oh, sweet, just enough for the frantic sword. I don't want it right now. Even though that is actually a really good modifier for it. I'm searching. I think if it was there, I'd be able to see it. I think this is the right spot. It's either way into... Awesome. Extra damage to bleeding targets, you say? Well then. Open wounds it is. I also got a ton more mutations. So I got a lot more options than I did before. Where the heck is it? I looked it up, but the wiki didn't tell me anything. Oh well, I'll have to find it later. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I'll figure it out and then get it in another run. Because we actually have to come through here a whole bunch. Because I realized that I haven't killed Conjunctivius, like, at all. And so a lot of the blueprints that he has, I don't have. And I'd like to rectify that situation. Stupid tentacle. Are you kidding me? Ah, freaking tentacles. Aha, there's one of the things. So that's one of the hidden blueprints in this place. That's the blueprint for the frontline shield, which is what we were using in the daily challenge. I forget what it does off the top of my head. I'm very wary about playing boss cells. Because boss cells are really, really hard. Just invisibility. Can handle that easily. Poisons enemies that wound you. Yep, that's just a flat upgrade. This one also decreases the general damage that we take. So I have to watch out for false bottoms. This could be fun. This is explosive decoy. It does that, and it makes me invincible. It doesn't last very long, so it's more of a counter than a decoy. Okay then. It's not fair, Spiker. Ooh. Ah, the neon outfit. Oh, I'm just so scared to play this mode. But if I want to accomplish my goal for the series, I have to do this. Because I'm gonna have to get to 5 boss cells to accomplish my goal. Nope, not false. We're dealing crits and extra damage because of the bleeding that we inflict. blood sword, huh? No, thank you. One of the last items that you can get from Conjunctivius got added recently. Oh, that's crappy. Well, I didn't want that gold anyway. It makes it so that whenever you go to... I don't actually fully understand how it works, because I've never unlocked it. I have some ideas as how it works, but I don't want to say without knowing for certain. That enemy almost exploded. What the heck happened there? I don't want to say what it is because I'm probably wrong. Because it mentions the legendary forge and not... not the blacksmith's apprentice. So one thing that I think it could do, and I'm not 100% certain again, is it makes it to where you can upgrade from 0 to plus, and then from plus to 2 plus, double plus. As opposed to only being able to upgrade a weapon from one level to the next. It lets you go up 2 levels, if you have the credits, obviously. Keeping an eye out for the spot. More scrolls, please. That's Death Orb. Pretty fun ability. The Blood Shield. Yeah, I unlocked all kinds of cool stuff. That's strange. Ow, 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 ow. I'm so stupid. Okay, where to? Did I seriously just barely manage to miss Telluric Shock? Not gonna take it, I'm gonna use the new stuff. Oh, no, nothing? Okay. Looks like a warning message from a guard. It's written in red, so it must be important. Make sure you don't miss your guard duty outside the monster room. It wasn't easy to chain up. Wouldn't like to have to do it all over again. I don't actually know if the secret areas for the blueprints here always spawn. I wish I did. Got a shop. I wasn't expecting to see anything that I wanted, but I figured I might as well check just in case. Ow, I hit the dodge button. Go up. There we go. Okay, I could only find one of the blueprints. gonna be a while before I can pull that off in boss cells. And then alienation would be the next option. Inflicts plus 125 damage if you hit an enemy in hand-to-hand combat in the last 5 seconds. The tears of the community are engraved upon the inside of this shield. That's a reference to the fact that the shield couldn't parry when it was originally introduced into the game, like ages ago. And pretty much everyone hated it because of that. Because it was not useful due to that reason. Also, this is the heavy turret. It looks identical to pretty much any of them, except this one, I think it stuns enemies. Shoots at nearby enemies, you inflict plus 15% more damage if you're near the turret. Wait, what? Shots leave a trail of flame. Sweet. Oh, no. Oh boy. I don't know what to do. Let's get support. This build is wonky. We could die here. I should also mention that the goal for this episode is to make it to the giant and defeat him. Not very smart to do on one boss cell. Are you supposed to have one chain undone already? Aha! Nice. Okay. Now luckily, after this boss fight, we do get a full health fountain. Oh yeah, he had... he started with one chain broken because after... when you start one boss cells, bosses don't do their tutorial phase anymore. Which means they start with less health. Why did all this stuff drop up here? Whatever. Ooh, a new oiled sword. Yes, please. I've got the counterattack blueprint. I've wanted this one for a while now, but I wasn't able to get it because I wasn't recording. So I didn't allow myself. last a little rest is actually correct because I can finally use a health fountain. None of these are what I want. That was the bow and endless quiver. It has no ammo capacity, however... Okay, so there. So if my math is correct... No, I think my math is wrong. I don't know. We'll see how that... I could have sworn it was 1,500 for that, but it's not. Ugh, sweet health fountain. If I beat the giant, I might just skip High Peak. Because, like, the giant is the target. I want to beat him. What is this? Oh, hi. I guess we're just getting the key right away then. So the enemy that I referred to as an obscure is apparently called a masker. There's an enemy back over here. Ugh. Heavy crossbow. Ugh. Not stop coughing. Want to sell as many things as possible because what's going on? Okay, that was frightening. Phew. Oh my gosh. Give me the shovel, you jerks. Fooled ya. Ow. Made it to the end. The rapier, huh? No, thank you. Maybe some other time. You don't... The rapier's not a good... The rapier's not a good one to take if you're not running with a shield. I should really drink this. boy. Oh, come on. I can't see what's in the architect's room, but I know it's nothing of consequence because I already got the blueprints in there. So it's probably just either money or items. Oh my gosh. Slowing some enemies can actually be very dangerous because they become less predictable. Gotcha, sucker. Ah, crap. Where am I going? Oh, to a chest. Nice. And it's not even filled with a bunch of bad guys. Our current setup isn't terrible for the giant. It just could be better. Well, that was wild. I don't know what's wrong with that enemy right now, but it's not working properly. I keep hoping a Purulent Zombie will drop Shovel Blueprint, because it is a Shovel Knight reference, as you could probably guess. But I don't actually... I don't have it unlocked on either playfile. So I don't know what it's like. Oh my gosh. Whew. I could have spent time unlocking all of the blueprints that I had. Oh my gosh. But you get cell drop modifiers later. Ooh, the Death Orb might be really good against the giant. You get modifiers to the number of dropped cells in I think starting at 2 boss cells and higher. Don't want to go there. That leads to a cursed chest. Oh, the map tells me what's in there. Fun. The powerful grenade is amazing against the giant, because it's just big, massive burst DPS. So I'm gonna take that. We're gonna skip the ancient chest. From the looks of things, there aren't even enemies over that way. And now I'm more than a little worried, because I think the graveyard doesn't give us a flask room at the end. So we'll be going into the cavern with only 2 flask charges. And we're not even at full HP right now. Let's get alienation. And let's work on counterattack, because counterattack is fantastic. Especially if you get that for like the rapier, as an example. Yep, only one flask recharge. The second I find my way to the Guardian's Haven, I might just go in. Because this place is hard to get through without taking any damage. I don't think there are any new enemies here at one boss cell. Of course, the existing ones are plenty dangerous enough already. Almost didn't manage to breach that guy in time. Hate you, Arbiter. Support really falls off in usefulness later on, doesn't it? I mean, it's adding a semi-decent amount of DPS. Thank goodness. Well, this didn't go anywhere. Nope, I'm skipping you by. I'm definitely skipping you, not a frickin' chance in the caverns. Well, this led to nothing. Yeah, the moment that I find Guardian's Haven, I'm just gonna go in. Because oh, I'm doing so badly. Firebrand's 9? Well, I'm never gonna be able to afford that, but that sounds awesome. Ah, frick. Nope, no point in staying here. Haha, bye. Wait. What? Okay, I guess I'm climbing the old-fashioned way. That's kind of strange, but whatever. I would have preferred food. Sit still so I can hit you. This is gonna be the time the Shrapnel Axe's blueprint drops, isn't it? And I'm not gonna make it. Okay, I just need to be safe and get out of here. As quickly and safely as possible. Ah, you've got to be kidding me. And I have to fight them because they can teleport to me. Yes. It makes me take full damage from projectiles, but this is definitely better in the long run. So when I roll, I will always hit the enemy with a caltrop. Which means that rolling always slows the enemy, which is really good. No, no, I don't care if there's a legendary weapon. Please, I don't want it. It's just a tentacle. Oh, I didn't realize that thing was chasing me. It's really keen on killing me, too. Oh, if I can just make it to the giant, I'll be happy. The likelihood of defeating him is extra slim, but if I can make it, I'll feel like I've achieved something. Food. I will waste all of my money on that. You don't even know. I need modifiers for my weapons? I don't care. I can survive. To get damaged all over again. Ah, not you. Give me the axes, you massive jerk. Please, I just want to get to the Guardian's Haven. I think this is it. Yep, it is. If I don't go now, I'm just going to end up taking more damage. And I'm very unlikely to find food. So, gosh, I suck at this game. Well, I'm not terrible. This game is just cruel. I got 13 whole cells out of all that. Normally, I should get way more. Well, I deal extra damage to bleeding targets, at least. My caltrops aren't going to be useful. Combo should be, though. We want open wounds. And vengeance. Vengeance is nice. When you take damage, it reduces the incoming damage you take for like 3 seconds. Yeah. And it increases your DPS. So it'll be really useful against the giant, because if I do get hit, I'll deal extra damage, and I'll take less. The giant. You here? The Malaise has really had its way with you. Yes, indeed. In keeping with your arrogance, which has brought nothing but ruin on the kingdom, in spite of all my warnings. Not a shred of hope is left to us. Die! Oh yeah, that's right, he skips his first phase too. Ow, got up too fast. This is in reality not a terribly hard fight. Oh wait, what? Oh, there was a health fountain. I am so stupid. Yeah, like, I can handle this fight, probably without getting hit, too. Well, except for times like that, when I'm just really dumb. In this fight, it's always best to go after the fist that the arm that he's charging. Because if you don't, he gets to do stuff like this. Unless you get one of them particularly low, in which case you still want to go after that one. Well, this is awkward. No, let's wait until we take a bit more damage. Phase change. Oh yeah, I forgot about this part. Yeah, there's no way I can beat this without getting hit. Rolled a bit too early. Yeah, we're dealing some serious damage now. Best to just focus on one mechanic at a time. Also, best to not miss dodges. I was doing pretty good there, but I got sloppy. Yeah, I definitely would have wanted to go onto the Hand of the King after that. If I hadn't... I wouldn't have... I'm going to turn this off, and we're going to we're going to do that run again next time. This time with more success, though. Because that didn't work out. I mean, it did and it didn't. I got a new blueprint. No, I think 2. I got 2, right? I think so. I can't remember. Yeah, I got... Well, one of them was from beating a boss, so that doesn't really count, does it? And we got to see some new stuff, so that's good. One of the things that it suggests to bring against the giant is, a deployable turret. That way, it's just always attacking him, no matter what. Oh well. Didn't manage to complete this run, but we had our first boss cell run. It didn't go that badly. I'll definitely try and keep those going from now on, and maybe still do some cell collection off-screen. Depends. I really wish that there was a cell modifier at hard, but it doesn't start until 2 or 3. Oh well, we'll get there when we get there. That's gonna call it for this episode of Dead Cells. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.